What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Damian Cryer. I hope each and every one of you guys is having a wonderful and blessed Tuesday afternoon or evening. Anyway, guys, I'm back with another video, man. I hope that you guys are doing amazing. I hope everybody out there is doing very well, and I hope this video finds each and every one of you in the best of health. Anyway, man, so today I'm gonna be doing a story time. It's about appreciation, especially when it comes to kids, or kids coming into teenagers, teenagers coming into older teenagers, and about step parents. I think that we all kind of experience that, being a stepmom or being a stepdad to someone else's kids. I know me personally, I've been a stepdad multiple times, and I'm going to tell you, it's very, very challenging, because at the end of the day, we have to know the people that we need to appreciate, the people that comes into your lives, the people that walk out of your life, what led to them not being in your life anymore like they used to be on a daily basis. I'm gonna give you guys a couple examples. Now, when I do a lot of videos, I don't like to be personally talking about myself, but I'm gonna give you guys just a small piece of me in this video. Years ago, I was a stepdad to a woman that had 5 kids, and we were together for several years. Things was good, things was great, and then things turned out to be good, and then over time, things turned out to be just okay. During the time when we decided to go ahead and then split and go our own separate ways, I had an experience that I've never experienced before, and I promised myself I would never experience it again. Lo and behold, I did. I went back and I did the same thing all over again. For you out here looking, this is apple juice. I love apple juice. So what ended up happening, I won't go into details about the story or what led to the breakup. Let's just say that, being a part of someone's life, when you accept someone with the already made family, normally you accept the responsibilities that come with it. If you love the woman, you have to accept the kids. You love the man, you got to accept the kids. But the bad thing is that I was not expecting is when we broke up and we went our own ways. She found the new man, I found the new woman. I would never ever in my life think that the kids would turn against me. Even that those kids become into adults over the years. They totally turned against me. And I'd never seen it coming, because I see those kids right to this day. And they speak to me and stuff, and I'm real appreciative of that. But in the beginning, it wasn't like that. They looked at me like I was the worst person in the world. I was just a bad apple. But when they're young, they see their mom or somebody hurting, and they don't really think. They just listen to all the bad stuff about you. But then over the years, as time go past, they start to realize that, whoa, wait a minute. They start really knowing what actually happened. And they don't indirectly tell you that to your face, but you can tell that they kind of know what happened, because now that they start to speak to you again, and when you're out in public, they see you, they break their neck to speak to you. So I said I would never let that happen again. I said I would never do an already made family again. Well, I ended up doing it in 2005. I met a young lady with multiple kids, more than 5 kids actually. And the same thing happened again. We ended up breaking up, went our separate ways, get divorced, and the kids turned against me. Never spoke to me again. Now the reason why I'm sharing this story with you guys, it's not to bash anyone. I'm sure some people who look at the video, I'm sure that watches my videos would think, oh my God, I'm getting dogged on YouTube. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to, tell people that, when you have step parents in your life, you need to really appreciate them and respect them, whether they're with your mom or your dad or whatever the case is, because you guys don't know anything. You know, when you with somebody and you buying shoes and you helping do homework, you teaching them how to drive for their first time, you taking them out buying their first car, you giving them the same attention that you're giving your own kids that you do not have by that individual. You know, and but when a person breaks up, they no longer together. People tend to forget all the things that you did as a step parent. And I'm not just saying as a man, I'm saying as a woman too, as a stepmom or a stepdad. They tend to forget when they tend to be really, really disrespectful. You know, guys, listen, we don't give enough appreciation to step parents, pastors, people that's in our life every day, Boys and Girls Club, people that go above and beyond to try to help our kids out. We don't give them enough respect and appreciation. So I would like to give a shout out to all the step parents out there that's grinding. I would like to give a shout out to all the peoples in the Boys and Girls Club that's helping inspire these kids every day, man, and trying to change their day-to-day life, man, by trying to teach them new things, by trying to help them get over a bad experience. A lot of people think that they're inadequate, that, you know, like they're of no value to others, and you know, they tend to become disrespectful and real, real resentful when you can't even talk to them or tell them anything. As step parents, we do what we have to do. A lot of us, we do it because we want to keep your mom happy, you know, or we want to keep your dad happy. So we're gonna do what we gotta do, even if it means help taking care of the kids and doing stuff for y'all as the dad, the biological dad or the biological mom would do. You know, we do that. You know, it's not that we have a gun to our head and somebody's making. We do it because of the love that we have for your mom or the love that we have for your dad. You know, you have so many disrespectful people, man, who's unappreciative. I think after my last bad separation, kids stopped speaking to me, didn't have anything to say to me, because you guys know how the story go. You know, you have one person that they're closer to tell them, oh, he wasn't nothing, oh, he was this and he was that. And then 2 or 3 years later down the line, they find out, wait a minute, that's not what happened, it was you. You know, but by that time, a lot of damage has been done. You know, so I would say, man, you know, whether your mom and her boyfriend or wife, ex-wife or his girlfriend or whatever, you guys, if y'all was a part of each other's life for all those years and you help inspire them kids and help try to raise those kids and try to make a positive example for those kids, you know, when y'all in a relationship, man, don't try to bash the other person to make yourself look good, because the truth always comes out. You know, I would always say, man, the truth is an ugly thing, and a lot of people don't want to know the truth, you know, and a lot of people would run from the truth. You know, they're in denial, don't even know it's a lie. That's denial, don't even know it's a lie. You know, so I'm making this video because I feel like that a lot of the people, a lot of our positive peers are not getting the attention that they need for the stuff that they do every day to try to make life better and easier for our kids, and trying to guide them in the right direction, man. So I would say for me, I was disrespected bad as a step parent. I mean, it was times where I was told, you know, I asked somebody to clean their room up or do their homework, and I was told, you're not my dad. That type of stuff right there, I think I got very, very small tolerance for that type of stuff, because when you're asking them to clean their room up, you're actually teaching them the values, teaching them responsibilities. When you're asking them to do their homework, you're teaching them values, you're teaching them responsibilities. You're not making them go out and cut the grass or get on top of the house and clean the gutters or, you know, stuff like that. You're doing stuff as a step parent. And I think step parents don't get the credit that they deserve. You know, it's like, you know, I've been put in situations where the kids was against me, or if I went to the mom and said, hey, you know, I asked such and such to do something and they got mouthy with me. And next thing you know, the mom turns against me. And it's like, but it wasn't just me. I see it a lot right now today. And I think that's why I'm so scared of a serious relationship with anybody. I mean, I just distance myself from a lot of people. because I don't ever want to go through that. And I know everybody is not the same. That's not what this is about. Everybody is not the same. We all don't break the same. We all don't heal the same. But it's like when you get disrespected, man, sometimes it puts a step parent in a corner to where they like, a lot of people don't realize that when you as a step parent don't get support from the woman or man that you would when it comes to the children, and you don't get support and you get bashed for trying to do the right thing or having to do the right thing, a lot of us men, we don't say nothing, but it puts us in a bad position. It puts us in a corner to where when we by ourselves and we at work 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day, we got a lot of stuff that's running through our mind because we don't have a lot of distractions. We focused on what we're doing at work, but at the same time, we're thinking about, is this how it's supposed to be? And then we start talking to people and start getting that advice. And then we want to start acting on things as far as, should I go? Should I tell this person that maybe it's best for me to go ahead and go? You have a lot of relationships where the mom and boyfriend will break up, and then the mom would be so hypnotized by the new boyfriend. And you guys know what I'm talking about. The mom would be so hypnotized by the new boyfriend that anything he says, she will believe it, even though it's not true. She will believe everything he says, and it's like, you never even existed, and I've actually seen that. I mean, I've experienced it. It's like the hypnotization is something real, how easily a person's mind can be manipulated into believing everything that person says, where the person no longer knows facts from reality, and it's like something I've never seen in my life. It's something I never experienced. It's something I never want to ever go through. I think a man should always supposed to uplift his woman, not supposed to downgrade her. I think a man should always uplift his woman's kids if she has kids, not to downgrade her or her kids, even if they doing wrong. Try to uplift them, talk to them, but I think that, so that's why I want to do this video. It was a request video from somebody that I'm extremely close to, and what they said was absolutely right. We don't give enough credit to the people that's out there really pulling for these kids, so it's just really, really sad, man. I hope that somebody that's watching this video out there right now will get something from it. If you're in a situation where you're a child, or a teenager, or a child that's coming into a teenager, or a teenager that's an older teenager, what I mean by like 16 or 17 years old, I hope that y'all get something from this video, man. Start appreciating, your step parents. Just because they're not your real parents, they're not your biological parents, if they're in your life, nobody's making them be there. They're there because they want to be there. They don't have to be there. They don't have to take you anywhere. They don't have to let you use their car. They don't have to give you money. Everything that you think that they're supposed to be, they're not. They're there because they want to, because they love your mom or they love your dad. So don't use them. Don't talk down to them. Don't degrade them. Be respectful, man, because that's what it's all about. We're not going to be here forever, man. We're only going to be here temporary. This is a lesson for all of us to learn right here. This life, none of us has been here before. None of us. I always say, when we came into this world, it didn't come with a manual. It came with a Bible, but it didn't really come with a manual. You guys know what I'm talking about when I say a manual. It didn't come with a manual. So when you see somebody out there, like your stepdad or your stepmom, when they get off work, let them see you doing something that they normally have to ask you to do. Or let them see you doing something that you used to seeing them do on a regular routine, like cutting the grass, taking out the trash, cleaning up your bedroom. Show them appreciation. You can show them so much without saying anything at all. You can show it all through your actions. You can show everything through your actions, how much that you appreciate them and what they do for you. Because you got to remember, as a step parent, if they already have kids, what they're doing for you, they're actually taking from their own kids. And it's a hell of a balance, balancing biological kids, and stepkids. You know, you don't want to do too much for your own kids, and then your wife or girlfriend with kids that you're with is looking at you kind of crazy. I've actually had situations where I've seen with my own eyes. Well, why did you go over there and buy your son some $60 gym shoes? You know, and this is just not me. This actually is not me I'm talking about, but I've seen it. Why did you go buy your son some $60 gym shoes and he bought my daughter some $40 gym shoes? Just stuff like that. You know, it's a real delicate situation. You know, it's almost like you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. So I'm gonna say to the parents out there that's step parents, and you guys know what I'm talking about because everything I'm talking about in this video, I'm quite sure you guys have experienced the same exact thing. You know, you step parents, it's a delicate situation. You know, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't, but you have to be really careful. You have to make sure it's something that you want to do because I'm not saying it's in all cases, but in most cases that I've witnessed myself, that when that breakup comes, if it comes, they're going to turn against you. You have to be prepared for that. You have to be prepared that they're probably going to unfriend you on social media. They're probably not going to treat you the same when you come around. They're probably not going to really speak to you anymore. They're going to side up with the other person, whether you're right or wrong. You're going to be the one that's left out in the cold because at the end of the day, you're not the biological parent. And that's just the way it is. It's a cold world out here. It's really bad. But shout out to the people at the Boys and Girls Club who help these kids out on their own time. A lot of this work is volunteer. These people don't get paid for this stuff. You know, shout out to all the step parents out there that's grinding their ass off every day, trying to make sure that they helping that significant other keep a roof over those kids' head. Shout out to the pastors and preachers, the counselors that try to counsel these kids and try to guide them in the right direction, man. Anyway, I'm not going to drag this video out, man. I just wanted to drop this video because it was requested, but it was something that I've been wanting to do, man. It's hard being a step parent. It's hard, man. It's hard. Can't nobody say it's easy. You know, it's good while you in it. It's good. It's amazing while you there. You know, everything seems like it's routine now. But the moment that something happens when y'all not together, all I'm gonna say is you better get prepared. I wish the world wasn't like that, but it's the world that we live in. You know, but if nothing else, let's try to appreciate those people that's in your life. I know as a step parent, when I was a step parent, you know, even though I was disrespected sometimes, I still feel like that I was appreciated while I was there as a step parent. I think the worst part, the eye opener, came for me after the breakups or the divorces or after we were no longer talking. And I think that was the part that was really, really hard for me to swallow. It don't really bother me now because now I look back on things and I keep telling myself everything that's happened was already deemed to happen. It was already written down. You're only as good as your worth, you know? You're only as good as your worth. I've seen people be in a relationship, step parents, be in a relationship with somebody with multiple kids, and as the kids got older, you were really worthless to them now because it's like they don't really need you anymore, you know? And if that's the case, and if you got cold-hearted people out there like that who's doing stuff like that on purpose, just to get them kids older and then kick the other person to the curb, and if you're gonna do that, that's your choice, that's your option. You have to live with that. But do me a favor, don't turn the kids against a good person. You know, don't turn your kids against a good person that could potentially one day still help your kids out, even though that you are no longer in his life or her life. That person could potentially help your kids out. You know, I had a situation where that was me, where I actually went against everything that I believed in, and I actually broke down and really, you know, opened my home up to individuals who really needed me at the time. Individuals who actually just turned their back completely on me. But I still opened my doors up because I remembered I was that person's step parent one day. And obviously for the person to come to me and ask me something like that, it lets me know that they still had that level of respect for me. So I think it gave me more peace and more satisfaction in a good way knowing that I was able to still help out, and then those people to still to see me from a different light, other than being the person that's in the house. They could see the type of gentleman, the type of man I am outside the house. So I'm glad I had the opportunity, man. So let's try to be better at being, if you're the custodial parent, let's try to be a little bit better when it comes to the step parent, as far as when y'all separate or something like that. Don't be too quick to dog a person out, because I'm a believer of the same thing that make you laugh, it'll be the same thing that make you cry. It is so true. The same thing that make you laugh now, trust me, it'll be the same thing to make you cry later on. Listen, guys, I'm not going to drag this out. This is a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but I just wanted to drop this video because it was a request and it was heavy on my heart, so I decided to drop this video. I love you guys, man. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Just get this video to 5 likes, and I will drop another video. I do take video requests for story times that you guys want me to do. All you gotta do is leave me a comment in the comment section down below after the video. Also, my email is black_dac2@yahoo.com. You can also leave me a message there or hit me up on IG, Instagram at Damian Cryer Sr. So anyway, I love you guys, man. I'm gonna talk to you next video. Until next time, peace.